The Boston Celtics are still winning games, still sitting near the top of the Eastern Conference, and still viewed as one of the most complete teams in the NBA. On the surface, everything looks fine. The record is strong, the offense remains efficient, and the defense, at least statistically, appears solid. But when you look closer, when you go beyond the box score and the final scoreline, a much deeper issue begins to emerge. The Celtics are missing Al Horford far more than most fans ever expected, and the impact of his absence is quietly reshaping how this team functions on both ends of the floor. Al Horford spent 7 outstanding seasons with the Boston Celtics across 2 different stints, and during that time, he established himself as something much more valuable than a typical big man. He was never defined by gaudy scoring numbers or highlight plays. Instead, Horford became the defensive anchor, the stabilizing presence, and the veteran who consistently made winning plays that rarely showed up in headlines. His value lived in positioning, communication, and discipline, areas that casual observers often overlook. It did not take long for Boston to realize just how critical Horford had been to their identity. The Celtics built their defensive philosophy around trust, experience, and minimizing mistakes. Horford was central to that approach. He understood angles, anticipated offensive movements, and neutralized opposing centers without needing to dominate physically. That intelligence allowed Boston to control tempo, limit second chances, and maintain structure even in chaotic moments. Today, the Celtics still find themselves in a competitive position. Entering late December, Boston owned a 19-12 record and sat as the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. Injuries and roster changes have tested the depth of the team, but the Celtics remain firmly in the playoff picture as the postseason landscape begins to take shape. On paper, a 50-win pace suggests stability and strength. In reality, however, the absence of Horford has created a problem that is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. Boston has managed to excel in certain defensive categories. They allow one of the lowest point totals in the paint across the entire league, which at first glance suggests interior defense has not collapsed. But paint defense alone does not tell the full story. What Horford truly mastered was denying opponents second opportunities. He had an unmatched ability to box out, read rebounding angles, and disrupt offensive rebounders who thrived on chaos and physicality. Without Horford, the Celtics have gone from being one of the league's best teams at preventing second chance points to one of the worst. That shift is not minor. It fundamentally changes how games unfold, especially against elite competition. Second chance points break momentum, extend defensive possessions, and punish teams that otherwise play sound defense. Over a 7-game playoff series, those extra possessions can decide outcomes. For years, Boston ranked among the NBA's elite in limiting second chance scoring. During the 2021 and 2022 season, Horford's first year back with the team, the Celtics finished 5th in second chance points allowed. The following seasons told a similar story: 7th in 2022 and 2023, 10th in 2023 and 2024, 5th again in 2024 and 2025. This was not coincidence. It was a pattern built on Horford's presence, discipline, and leadership. Now in the current season, that identity has collapsed. The Celtics have fallen all the way to 27th in second chance points allowed. Only 3 teams in the entire league give up more second chance scoring than Boston, and those teams are not contenders. New Orleans, Sacramento, and Washington all sit near the bottom of the standings, struggling with rebuilding phases and inconsistency. Boston, by contrast, is supposed to be a championship-level team. This discrepancy raises a critical concern. The Celtics are doing many things right, but their inability to finish defensive possessions is creating a hidden weakness. Against average opponents, this flaw can be masked by talent and shooting. Against elite playoff teams, it becomes a liability that opponents will relentlessly exploit. It is important to acknowledge that this issue is not caused by a lack of effort or talent among the current big men. Luke Kornet and Kristaps Porzingis deserve recognition for stepping into difficult roles under challenging circumstances. Losing all 3 primary centers at once was a devastating blow that few teams could absorb without consequences. Porzingis provides shot blocking and offensive spacing, while Kornet brings energy and rim protection, yet neither replicates the full scope of what Horford offered. Horford was uniquely versatile. He could defend traditional centers, switch onto wings, space the floor offensively, score through contact, and facilitate ball movement. Perhaps most importantly, he understood how to neutralize elite offensive rebounders. Players who thrived on physical dominance often found themselves ineffective against Horford's positioning and timing. That subtle mastery is now gone, and the gap is evident. Boston lacks the near-unmatched two-way versatility that Horford supplied. The Celtics can still defend, but they cannot control possessions in the same way. Every offensive rebound allowed represents a failure to close the defensive sequence, and those failures accumulate over the course of a game. In the playoffs, where margins are razor-thin, this problem becomes magnified. teams will target Boston's interior with relentless pressure, knowing that extra opportunities increase scoring efficiency and wear down defenders. Even a small rebounding disadvantage can tilt a series when both teams are evenly matched. The Celtics do have time to address this weakness. Internal development remains an option, as younger players gain experience and improve positioning and awareness. A potential trade could also provide additional front-court depth or rebounding stability. However, replacing the specific value Horford provided is no simple task. His impact was not defined by raw statistics, but by the accumulation of smart, disciplined decisions over thousands of possessions. What makes Horford's absence particularly noticeable is how quietly his influence once operated. Fans often measure value through points, rebounds, and highlights. Horford excelled in preventing problems before they occurred. He eliminated second chances before they showed up in the box score. Now that safety net is gone, and the consequences are unavoidable, Boston remains a dangerous team. Their ceiling is still high, and their championship aspirations are legitimate. But the data tells a clear story. Without Al Horford, the Celtics are no longer the elite rebounding and possession-controlling team they once were. Until that issue is resolved, either through growth, strategy, or roster movement, it will linger as a silent threat beneath their success. If you enjoy this deep breakdown of the Boston Celtics and want more honest analysis that goes beyond the headlines, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next upload.